Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for another vodcast from Logistics Executive Group. My name is Aindrea Sewell. I'm a business intelligence specialist here, and I'll be stepping in as the host for CEO Kim Winter this week. As usual, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Logistics Executive TV, for all of our podcasts. So today I'm joined by Jay Kostos, a director at B2G Consulting based in Singapore, and the driving force behind the Global Women in Supply Chain Leader Awards 2020, for which we're proud to be an official media partner. Jay, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Aindrea. Thank you to Logistics Executive Group for this invite. It's my pleasure to participate in this discussion.
Great, and we're really glad to be on board with this upcoming event. So Jay, why don't you give the audience a short intro to yourself and your career background?
Lovely. So I have to be very, very clear that I'm not a supply chain person. I fell into this role in a very wonderful way that I was given an opportunity to work in B2G Consulting, which is a supply chain consulting firm. My role with B2G is to be in charge for client servicing, business development, and all the marketing. And currently, together with my team, we are now working on this Global Women Supply Chain Leaders Award 2020.
That's amazing. And I think a lot of us in supply chain that have fallen into a role close to supply chain it's almost all been by accident. So that's good to hear. All right. So the main reason that we're talking today is, of course, this upcoming event. And so can you share with me what sparked the idea for the Global Women Leaders and the reason behind it?
Absolutely. So last year, October 2019, we started to brainstorm, and especially when we are out at conferences and events. And then, we came across the number of men versus women at these events, and to looking at the speakers, basically. And then there is definitely a disparity between the numbers itself. And when we are at the event, I tend to gravitate towards women. And I'm so pleased to see them. And I'll say, goodness, where have you been? I've not seen you. I've not heard of you. What's happening? And how did you start your career? And what brought you here to this event? And what's your contribution? And that got us thinking. And we started to think even more. And we said, we need to do something about this. There's definitely something that we can do. Although we are a consulting firm, we need to bring this attention. And the more we started thinking and putting something together, we realized the number of women or lack of at that point. And the first step that we did was to start with the research. And the research did not just stick with, say, Asia or just Europe or, these countries. We decided to go on a global scale and to identify these women. And this is where we came to put together the top 100 most influential women in supply chain. And this, you can find all these names in our website. And we were so pleased with the list to start with. And from that, we actually got a lot of feedback because most of these women did not know their counterpart in the other parts of the world, or to see, my goodness, this person is leading a large organization. So this created sort of like a small community to start with. But we wanted to go a step further, and we said, you know what, we just need to put the spotlight on the achievements and what they are doing to promote supply chain, wherever they are. And i.e., we came up with the awards, which consists of starting from Supply Chain Leader Award, Innovation, Sustainability, Talent, and all the way, including academics, supply chain academics, because that's where we need to start from the beginning. Okay, so 2019, it was all very good. We thought we're going to have this event come next year, this year, 2020, with COVID. Things change, and then we decided, instead of having this big celebration event in Paris, we decided to go into a virtual event. And instead of just having the one-day event, which would have been a wonderful thing to do, we decided now to step further, which is to incorporate 2 more days, which is the 22nd and 23rd of September, which is a lot about knowledge sharing in supply chain. And so this is where we are at this point in time. And basically, it includes the number of speakers that we have garnered to date is like 30 odd speakers who will be joining, not only speaking as keynote, but also in panel discussion.
Okay. I'm really glad that with COVID, you didn't decide to just cancel it altogether and you went ahead with the virtual sense. And that's kind of what our supply chains have to be doing right now anyway, going towards the new norm and using all these virtual tools. So really happy you guys are going forward. You mentioned the date, September 22nd to 23rd. So that means we're getting really close to the date. Where are you with preparations and just how excited are you?
The team here at B2G, we are so busy. And yes, we are counting down the date. So the 22nd and the 23rd are the 2-day events. So as I mentioned, we have panel speaking engagements, keynote, and also we've got 8 or 9 supply chain leaders, women leaders sharing their personal journey. So this will be the 2-day event, followed by the 24th, which is the big event, which is the Global Women's Supply Chain Leaders Award celebration.
Gotcha.
And that will be on the 24th. As for what to look out for the 2 days, as I mentioned about the panel discussion, we have topics all related to supply chain, of course. It's starting from transformation, innovation, sustainability, talent, other very important topic, which is the diversity and inclusion. Yeah. So that we have got 6 panel discussions on these topics, various topics. And so the audience can go into our website and then select the track that they would like to attend and listen to. So those are the 2 days where there is going to be a host of sharing topics that are close to all our supply chain people, because these are very senior leaders coming across from different geographic. So it's not just Asia, Europe, US, UK, the whole, it's a global event. And it's been so nice to hear their views from different perspectives, different organization. And as I mentioned, it was also academics, where their thought process and what are they doing for the younger audience, the younger people who are coming into supply chain in the future, the leaders of the future.
Okay, good. That is good. And you've just mentioned a lot of what's in store for the overall 3 days of the event. What really do you hope the audience takes away from the experience? Because this is going to be the first time something like this is being highlighted, I think, for women in supply chain on such a large level. You mentioned it's going to be global, not just Asia, not just Europe. So what do you hope the audience takes away from it?
Yes, first, and the important thing is all about, as I first started, we are not seeing enough or many female leaders taking up leadership roles in their organization, especially supply chain. Now, we need to change that mindset, okay? First and foremost, that mindset has to be changed. It's not just going to be supply chain. It's a grubby job. It's a back office job, and it's not interesting. But all that has changed in the past few years. We are seeing these women taking up leadership position, and it's not just being in the warehouse. It's got to do with innovation, technology, data analytics. So there's a lot more going on for our female leaders to step up. So first and foremost, they need to start thinking and not only just the, where we are talking to these people, but everyone needs to start thinking about what we need to change moving forward from these events. All we're doing is being a platform, bringing people to know that there are challenges, there are issues, but there are also solutions for all this. And what can you do? You need to ask yourself, as a leader, what can I do? Be it male or female, what am I supposed to make this change and make it happen? And we don't want to be, doing this next year just for having the same statement. We want to make the change, and we want to see that change, which means we need to start activating now. We need to take these steps now. And next year, it should not be just the female leaders. It just has to be supply chain leaders. And we need to see the cross-section of more women, than men. And that's what we're hoping for. And not forgetting that they take away a lot of the input, the discussion, and also, last but not least, enjoy the award ceremony. Have fun.
Yeah, I think it'll be good to see people meeting each other, because I think what people have been realizing not being able to go to conferences is the fact that they're not exchanging business cards. They're not really meeting as many people at webinars or e-conferences. So it'd be really good to see how people engage with each other and connect with each other globally. So Jay, finally, last question for you, but where can the audience go to find out more about the event, and how can they register for it?
Yes, all this information can be found on our website, and probably at the end of it, we can share some of the website details. Registration is free till the 3rd of September, and so hurry up, register for the event as soon as possible, because you don't want to miss this amazing event, which is one of its kind.
Yes, no, definitely, guys. Everyone, please register for the event. You'll see that it's being promoted on Logistics Executive Group LinkedIn page, as well as we are one of the media partners for this event. Jay, thank you so much for joining us on the Vodcast episode. To our audience, we will be including all the links for registration and the website in the caption of the video. Everyone who's still working from home, stay safe, wear your masks, and have a great day to wherever you're watching from. Jay, thank you.
Thank you, Aindrea.